Benny, welcome to Cook with Paul and supervised by Mummy. Spag bol. Fry some mince. Half a kilo will be enough for you. Put it in the pan with no oil and put it on a reasonably high heat and keep stirring it, get all the lumps out of it so it's gone all brown. While that's browning, chop an onion. The way I do it, which is different from your mum, because of course she's always right and I'm not, take both ends off, peel it and then chop it up. And here's a new trick I learned the other day off YouTube. If you want to peel garlic and don't want to get your fingers all stinky, put your couple of cloves in the in a jar. The lid on, shake. Mummy can hold that. Shouldn't take very long. Oh, look at the mince is going brown.
Where am I putting it?
Just roughly me. Look, shaking it a few moments. And look, one's peeled already. One more to go. A bit close. And the other one's done. So there you are, that saves you having to chop it, having to mess about with it. That's it, that's easy. Look at the mince. The mince now is also brown. No, you stir. Okay, right.
And show Benny how many cloves of garlic you need for this amount.
For half a kilo of mince, I'd probably put 2, maybe 3 cloves of garlic in, depending on how much you like. Alright, that's it. I always drain my mince, you know. I'll put it on a colander, in a colander on another frying pan, and drain it out. That's a colander. Mum used to put one round your head when she cut your hair when you were younger. Alright? And then drain it into another frying pan. Do not put the fat down the sink, and then that gets all the fat out so you haven't got a greasy spag bol. Alright? Right, Ben, I'm chopping onions. I halve it again, and then do that. And that's the way I do it. Your mum does it differently. She's wrong, but she thinks she's right. Okay? Halve an onion, halve it again. Boom, 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 boom. That'll do so. This is done. That's in the colander draining off there. Now, pan back on the heat. I'll turn it down a bit to medium to high. Whack in a little bit of oil, and then blooming whatever you got, sunflower oil, and then you put your onions in. All right. And then,
how long do you fry them?
Until they go goldeny brown, whatever colour. If you like them black, cook them longer.
No, you don't want black onions.
No, you don't. You want brown ones.
Take Paul roughly.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't know. It depends how hot your thing is.
Wind on the
Okay. All right. Just cook them. Onions will take between 5 and 10 minutes on a reasonable heat. Okay. Don't forget them, else they'll burn. Right. Onions look done. Just cook them above. You can't see otherwise. They're a little bit burnt. I like them like that. If you don't like them burnt, don't cook them quite so long. Hold it up. 500 grams of mince, 1 can of tomatoes. If you do a kilo for a whole load of you, I'll put 2 cans in.
Don't forget that chopped tomatoes.
Yeah. Next thing in here, I've got 2 stock cubes. Don't overfill it. I'll probably do about half a pint for half a kilo.
We'll show you what a stock cube looks like in a minute, Benny.
Oh, I'm sure he's seen stock cubes already.
He has not.
We bought him some before we went.
He doesn't know what they look like.
We bought him some. He's got them.
I know, but he doesn't know what they look like.
That goes in there. Now, garlic. I'll put 3 cloves in. If your mum wasn't watching, you'd probably be 4.
Is that a garlic press?
This is a garlic press. You must have similar. Your mate will have one if you haven't. It all comes out. It's like magic.
Scrape it in.
Hang on, another one. Let's make it all smell nice. Your mum smells better after a bit of garlic.
Oh,
Sometimes it's nice to fry half the garlic and put the other bit in raw. You actually get different flavours then, but it's not for you.
We don't need to be complicated. Just squirt it through, and when the worms come out, just cut them off with a knife.
Your mother's treating you like an idiot, Ben. There we are, I think that's wrong.
Never mind, if you haven't cooked before, I need to be shown too.
Okay, now, big dollop of tomato puree. Look from above, Sal, those can't see. So, big squirt of that. Good dollop of pepper. Oh yeah, so we see, so it'll be too small. Right, that'll do. If you've got any mixed herbs, if you haven't got any, buy some. Mixed herbs or herb de Biron, about a little bit like that, okay?
It cost about £1 a jar, lasts for ages.
The last in the stew. I also put soy sauce in because that gives a saltiness and a better colour. Don't overdo it because it's very salty. We won't have, but we have here bay leaves. Put a few of those in. And that's about it. Now give it a good stir. Now you'll see it's not very colourful, it's just a bit pale at the moment. A bit like your mum's when she's finished cooking spag bol.
Oh.
Well, I like to leave it now on a low heat, just bubbling gently for about 45 minutes minimum. Ideally an hour or more, but we won't get that long tonight. What time is it? It's 10 past 6. I'll leave this for about 40 minutes now, with the lid on a low heat. Once it starts bubbling, put the lid on, turn it right down, let it just sit there and simmer.
And why do you leave it for 45 minutes, Paul?
So it tastes better, otherwise it comes out bland and tasteless like your mum's.
Oh, thanks. Is that because the flavour is enhanced over time?
Probably, yes. Right, begin to bubble there, lid on, turn down to 4. I'll check that in 10 minutes to make sure it's not bubbling too fast.
Giving it a stir in between?
Give it a stir, keep stirring it every 10 minutes to keep it all circulating. Most important bit then, have a drink while you're waiting. Check it 10 minutes later. That's probably going a bit too fast, to be honest, so personally I would just turn that down a little bit and leave that to go a bit longer. Benny, about 10 minutes or so before you're ready to eat. Put your pasta on. It's going to take about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I whacked a bit more soy sauce in my spag bol actually, so you can see it's a bit darker now, so that's about ready to go. If I wanted to turn that into chilli, all I would do now is whack in a tin of chili beans with chili sauce in and whack in some hot chili powder. I know you're a bit of a blouse and don't like chili beans, but if you just chuck in some hot chili powder, that'll turn into a chili con carne without the beans.
Serve it with rice.
And serve it with rice. Or tacos, or whatever else Mum wants to do when she's interrupting. Okay, I like spag bol with a bit of cheese on it. You don't like cheese from memory. Bon appetit, enjoy. Right, Benny, that's looking about ready now. That's had about 45 minutes going, nice and dark, good colour, probably hopefully good flavour. Got a few peas on. I've done the spaghetti because we were watching the film back again. I forgot to do some peas, so you've got to wait now. Alright, enjoy.